This comes from no place and it goes no place. I just happened to be thinking about it, and my entire staff and crew happened to be here with this billion-dollar camera. So I'm going to tell this story. When we were doing In Cold Blood, and we were working at the farm, Dick Hickok was the other guy that did the killing with Perry Smith. It was very cold, freezing ass cold. And what they call the honey wagon, which is the latrine, was like a block away, and I had to pee. So I walked out of the farm and I walked over toward a tree and I peed. And there happened to be a guy there. In those days, they were little 8mm cameras. They didn't have cell phones and all that stuff, but they did have cameras. They had an 8mm, a 16mm was big, and you could see it. But that little 8mm, you could hold it in one hand like that, and nobody could pay attention to you. So this guy shot a picture of me peeing, and he came up to me later on that day, I guess it was lunchtime or something, and he said, "I have a moving picture of you peeing, and I need money. So I'm going to blackmail you. I'm going to release this picture to the press unless you give me," whatever he said, $500, which $500 then would be about $10,000 now. So I said, okay, let me think about it. I'll get back to you in a little while. So I went to my friend, the prop man, Joe LaBella. I used to sleep in his truck during the day when it was cold. Anyway, I said, "Joe, do you have an 8mm? He said, "Sure I do." "What do you want me to, you want to use it? What do you want to do?" I said, "Just, never mind. You got an 8mm. I said, "Okay. I'm going to go find this guy who wants to blackmail me because he's got film of me peeing. So you get a little ways away and just follow me. When I get to him, put the camera on and just photograph it. Will you do that for me?" He said, "Sure, no problem." So I went and I found his, "Hey, Louis, come here. I thought it over, and I can't give you 500, but I can give you 200, I can give you 100. Now, while I'm talking to him, and I got eye contact with him up here, he's not noticing that I'm unzipping my pants, and I start peeing on his shoes. And LaBella is photographing it. And the guy didn't realize it until he started feeling the trickle down his pants and on his shoes. And it went on for quite a while. I said, "Now we're going to renegotiate, aren't we?" He said, "I won't show any of the picture for my whole life." I said, "Do I have to take it away from you? Because I'm willing to do that." He said, "No, you don't have to take it away from me." We talked for a second or two. I said, "I could just smack you and we'll roll around on the ground for a while, and when we're through rolling, I'm going to have your camera. Then I'll have you over a barrel." And he said, "No, you'll never see or hear that picture again." So he turned around and walked away. And I looked at LaBella. He said, "Don't worry, I got everything." So someplace in this world, Joe LaBella's gone to heaven. He was a dear, 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 good prop man. I went all the way back to Red Ryder and Little Beaver with him. He was a wonderful man. He went off to war, and when he came back from the war, he was a prop man again. And Tommy Shaw, who was Richard Brooks's right-hand man, used to hire LaBella all the time. He was a good guy. He used to cook in his truck. He made spaghetti in his truck. Anyway, somewhere in the LaBella family, somebody has a picture of me peeing on this photographer's feet. And that's just a little story. Came from no place, and it went no place, and that's the name of that tune.